Genuinely believe that Elon Musk has fucked up quite bigly, and I do think that he opened himself to lawsuits now, and also the people that are doing this, they're also open to lawsuits. So far, no one has sued, so things are the way they are, but take into account that these things take time, so I wouldn't be surprised if 3 weeks from now you're going to see someone get in legal trouble over it. So, Grok has added this relatively new feature, and I'll demonstrate it using my account that is for the video game that I'm making, so I'm not violating anyone's intellectual property besides my own. Because last time I showed this, like, someone actually chimped out and said, like, oh my god, you're violating. You're the violator. No. I own the IP to this. It's fine. And so you click here, edit image. And then you say, dress her like a Sith and give her a lightsaber. You click enter, and it will take a couple of seconds for the AI to follow the prompt. And as you can see, it's not perfect, but hey, good enough for government work, right? And so a lot of artists actually chipped out over this. As you know, this is not new technology. Like Gemini does it far better. You can just do a screenshot and post it into ChatGPT as well, and you get the same results. But because it's literally all integrated in the platform, because it's so easy to access, a lot of people are now doing it. And so a lot of artists were freaking out over copyright violations. But if you actually remember what I said in the video, I said, and knowing the internet that I know, it's only a matter of time until people do it to real women. Because if you can change the clothing to a drawing and you can make a maid to look like a Sith, then you can also take an e-girl that posts her OnlyFans pictures and remove those clothings, which is literally what people are doing right now, and it's driving the OnlyFans girls hysterical. Like, as you can see here, you have ladies saying, oh nice, men are using Grok to undress women on this app who share photos of themselves. Neat stuff. When you are using generative AI, this is what you're endorsing. You filthy banker, you coder. You endorse, you promote, you glorify. It should be destroyed. My suffering is more important than your workplace. Fuck your scientific innovation. You are endorsing, you are promoting, you are glorifying. Anglo-Saxon mentality at its finest. Because I also want to point out, like, she's using Twitter right now, so she also is endorsing the platform that is creating the AI. In fact, I would even say she's funding it. Like, isn't this how X makes money? By harvesting this woman's data and then selling her ads, right? So, like, she is endorsing. When you use a computer, aren't you endorsing child labor? Like, aren't parts of those computers made in countries like China, where the worker safety isn't up to the same standards like the West? So aren't you endorsing the breaking of labor laws? You're endorsing the destruction of Mother Gaia? Like, the planet Earth is suffering because of the pollution and the carbon emissions from China, right? We're all endorsing shit. But it feels so good when you're condemning, right? Like, you sit there on your throne and you look down with disgust at other people. Because you are the Anglo-fearing woman, huh? Meanwhile, we have someone else saying AI slop. People who complain about AI slop are often the same ones who struggle to create anything meaningful themselves, even with AI helping. It is disappointing that we have tools this powerful, some people still reject them. So this is what I call the duality of man, right? Like, you need to pick a side. Who are you with? The blue check mark or the angry cat lady? But all jokes aside, though, this is actually a serious issue. I mean, look at these individuals that are putting up something that's obvious. By asking Grok to take your clothes off, you are normalizing. Like, where did these words come from, right? Like, normalizing, you are glorifying, you are endorsing. Fucking hell, like, when I hear these words, I feel like vomiting. Even if I agree with what that person has to say, it's just like the worst trigger, some innate repulsion deep within my core. I don't know why. I just don't know why, but like if you could avoid using these words, I would love it. But anyway, right, so when you remove clothes, you're normalizing it's used for this, which in turn will lead to your followers to go and do it to other women without their consent. Yeah, because like monkey see, monkey do, right? I mean, every single person has to be a beacon of morality on the fucking internet because we can't risk other adults acting like fucking children. If you're a SW using Grok, go ahead and unfollow me. You're actively working against our interests as a community. This is a OnlyFans girl, by the way. Beyond that, you're harming. You are committing harm. Ham women with your greed. Shame on you. This is gross, and it should genuinely be very illegal to generate naked photos of people. It is illegal, right? I just want to point it out. No, listen, okay. All the mental illness arguments aside, right? All of the normalizing and the endorsing and all the other shit aside, if you take a picture of a dressed woman and you make her naked, regardless if you use Photoshop, regardless if you use AI, regardless of the process, if you make her naked without her consent, even if she is an OnlyFans girl, I know, like, it's difficult to understand this, but no, like, even if she sells, like, nude pictures of herself, if you take a clothed picture of her and you make her naked, you are violating certain national laws. It depends where you're at. I don't know what it's like in the United States. Like, maybe if you're from the US, you probably don't, but I think, like, even there, it's a state-by-state case basis. Some states have these things called revenge pornography laws, right? Now, despite the fact that the law is called revenge pornography, and it implies the word revenge, if you actually read the legislation, it says that no, any type of picture that you take of a woman and you strip her naked without her consent through digital means, whether it's photoshopping, whether it's whatever the fucking case is, it's illegal. Now, the reason I'm saying that Elon Musk could be sued by this is that, yes, he could actually get a class action lawsuit. But take into account that the person that retweets the image, the person that generates the naked picture, can also be guilty, right? So, personally, I wouldn't blame the AI. And I don't think, like, you can do that, especially, like, now that there are AIs which can run on a laptop, and they can literally do the same thing. I don't think you can police the actual tool. Because the genie is out of a bottle. Even if you get ChatGPT, Gemini, and Grok to refuse to edit pictures of real humans, and I think Gemini actually does that to avoid this type of controversy, it doesn't stop those pictures from existing because, as I mentioned before, Stable Diffusion, for instance, exists, and people can run that on their computer, and they can actually do the same thing. So you're not changing anything. I know that the OnlyFans girls are upset because, again, like, people can now generate pornography with their AIs on a laptop, on demand, and so it's genuinely an attack on their industry, and they view as if their pay pickies are going away, so this is why they hate AI, and this is just a reason to bunch up against the AI, right? Like that idiot we discussed before where, like, oh, if you use AI for anything, this is what you're endorsing, this is what you're supporting, you're like Atlas the Titan holding all the degeneracy on your back, Like, the reason she is like that is because she just doesn't want AI. Like, she's not the type of person concerned about ethics, and she's like, yeah, I mean, nothing's wrong with AI, it's just like, this part here is, no. She hates it because she knows people are going to have a wank on their laptop without having to pay money to an OnlyFans girl, right? And by the way, I call this since AI started. I said the pornography industry has suffered many changes. Like, it used to be outside with brothels, then it moved on the internet and it was everywhere. Then it was centralized in a couple of websites like Pornhub, OnlyFans, and Twitter. And the future is that once AI happens, you're going to simply remove a lot of the human element from pornography. So I'm willing to bet that there's a lot of less strip clubs today than there used to be in the 90s. I mean, the entire hotline industry is probably decimated, right? And so when AI comes, like, you're going to see a lot less OnlyFans girls. Simply because, like, the demand is going to be lower. So it's literally cracking down on their industry. So this is why they're freaking out. However, you know, it's one thing when people generate completely artificial women on their laptop versus when people take an actual existing woman, undress her, and then puts her on social media. Like, I guarantee to you, this in many countries is considered a crime, and that woman can actually sue you, or she can literally call the cops on you. Like, in some European countries, this is literal criminal behavior. So I encourage people that do this to stop. It's not a moral issue, it's a legal issue. And also, if you're a woman, this is my advice, right? Because, like, you have a lot of women complaining. And again, like, I understand where they're coming from. But they're saying someone undressing me with an AI, not as a consequence of uploading to the internet. It's a consequence of creeps like you feeling entitled to my body and comfortable disregarding consent because you think you're anonymous. And it's like, no, I'm sorry, lady, but you missed the point. Okay, like, can we come to the adults table for a bit? Like, can I drag you away from the kids table for just a couple of seconds so we can have an honest conversation? I am not the one that's addressing you with AI, okay? Like, I like my anime girls with big tits. I think they're a superior art form than whatever it is like you upload on OnlyFans. So, like, we're like completely different people. But you ask for my sympathy, like, you ask me to care. You ask for my compassion and my empathy. And I'm telling you, the fact of life, the internet is home to hundreds of millions of people, probably billions, right? These individuals that you're calling creeps, right? Creeps that feel entitled to your body, okay? They exist on the internet. I can't get rid of them. Like, I can't just snap my fingers and they go away. No, like, they literally exist on the internet. So when you post your pictures on the internet, they get to see it. Now, I know it would be best, you know, if there weren't mosquitoes in the world. Like, a perfect world would have no mosquitoes. But unfortunately, every single summer, I hear them buzzing and they suck my blood. Right? I'm very disappointed. I wish there was no mosquitoes, but reality is that there are. And it's the same thing with the internet. Like, you would wish if these creeps would stop existing, but the reality is, no, they do exist. And so when you upload a photo of yourself on the internet, especially if you're an OnlyFans girl and you're targeting that demographic, like, literally, let's be honest for a second, okay? 100% of your customers are creeps. I just want to point it out. I know it's shameful, and I know, but it is what it is, right? So, like, you're literally surrounding yourself with these individuals, and then you're complaining that these individuals are doing creepy things. Like, I know they shouldn't, okay? But, like, if you want it to stop, you gotta stop uploading your pictures there. It's like putting your finger in the socket. Like, at some point, you gotta learn. Or you're comfortable with it happening. You know, cost of doing business. Like, what can I say? It's kind of like piracy, right? Like, in a perfect world, piracy wouldn't happen. But if you upload the software on the internet, could get pirated. Oftentimes it does. Carjacking, right? Like, in a perfect world, carjacking wouldn't happen. But if you park your car in a dangerous neighborhood and you leave your wallet and keys in the ignition, guess what will happen, right? Like, it is what it is. We live in the age of AI, and even if there are laws against doing what people are doing, seems like they can't stop themselves. So you have two choices. Number one, protect yourself. Number two, cry about it. Well, I mean, crying about it is an option, but my compassion and empathy is finite. You know, I care about the starving children. I care about the orphans. I care about the poor Ukrainians getting shelled. And so, like, my empathy is depleted. It's not infinite. So when I see a woman on the internet crying about it, well, my advice is like, look, stop uploading photos with yourself. And if you can't stop uploading photos with yourself, like, what do you want from me? I'm not the one making you naked. I'm not even interested in your photos at all. But, like, right? Like, if you want me to do something for you, then what do you do for me? Huh? Like, this is a thing. Like, and if you don't do anything for me, it's like, what? Do I look like your slave? Like, you're entitled to my presence? No. And by the way, you know, like, I'm the only person honest enough to say this, which I'm pretty sure she's going to consider that this is a horrible thing to say, a misogynistic way of viewing the world. But there's a lot of people that think like me. I gotta say, it is what it is. Like, what can we do? How can I even stop that? I do like AI. I don't think that AI should be banned. But I do believe that there are some ethical constraints. Yes, like taking a photo with a naked woman, even if she does OnlyFans, and making her naked is illegal for a reason, right? And the main reason is that, well, you wouldn't like if someone did that to your mother. Right? Like, when you see a picture that's being made naked with AI, like, should you stop and say, okay, well, is this a woman that does OnlyFans or not? No, like, the rule is simple. Don't fucking do it, period. Right? Like, no wiggle room. Just don't do it. And so, you don't do it because you wouldn't want someone to do that to your daughter, to your wife, to your mother. Like, I get where it's coming from. Like, I'm not unreasonable. Anyway, right. What do you guys think about it? And let me know. I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.